Celebrities live dazzling lives, but let's be real. It's not all red carpets and private jets. Each project is a new challenge, and the best of them grind to make every role, every album, every performance count. Longevity in showbiz isn't just about talent. It's about resilience, reinvention, and knowing how to keep the audience hooked. Some stars have mastered this game, carving out legacies that refuse to fade. Here's a look at the icons who've stood the test of time. Wayne Newton, the King of Vegas. At 82, Wayne Newton isn't just a legend. He is Las Vegas. They don't call him Mr. Las Vegas for nothing. With a career spanning over 6 decades, Newton has been the heartbeat of Sin City's entertainment scene, delivering velvet-smooth vocals and a larger-than-life stage presence that keeps audiences coming back for more. His story started young. By 6, he was already performing. In the 50s, he and his brother Jerry formed a rock duo, but Vegas was calling. By the 1960s, he had carved out a solo career, skyrocketing to fame with Danka Schoen, the song that would become his signature. From there, Newton owned the Vegas Strip, reportedly earning a jaw-dropping $1 million a month at the peak of his career. No one dominated the stage quite like him, and after 50-plus years, he's still going strong. Even in 2020, he wasn't slowing down, appearing in Stealing Chaplin. And today, he's still headlining at the Flamingo in Vegas, proving that true legends never retire. They just keep the curtain up a little longer. Linda Hunt, the ultimate scene stealer. At 79, Linda Hunt stands as one of Hollywood's most enduring and versatile actresses. Born Lydia Susanna Hunt, she has graced the stage and screen for over 5 decades. Hunt's journey into acting began with her education at the Interlochen Arts Academy and the Goodman School of Drama at the Art Institute of Chicago, now DePaul University. She made her Broadway debut in 1975 in a revival of Ah Wilderness. Her film debut came in 1980 with Popeye, where she portrayed Mrs. Oxheart. However, it was her groundbreaking role as Billy Kwan in The Year of Living Dangerously that truly set her apart. In this film, Hunt became the first person to win an Academy Award for portraying a character of the opposite sex, earning the Best Supporting Actress Oscar. Beyond the silver screen, Hunt has showcased her talents in theater, television, and voice work. She lent her distinctive voice as the narrator for the God of War video game series and portrayed the formidable Henrietta Hetty Lang on the CBS series NCIS, Los Angeles from 2009 to 2023. Linda Hunt's career is a testament to her exceptional talent and adaptability, securing her place as a beloved and respected figure in the entertainment industry. Christopher Walken, the King of Cool. At 81, Christopher Walken remains a cinematic icon, captivating audiences with his distinctive presence and unparalleled versatility. Born Ronald Walken, he embarked on a remarkable journey that has spanned over 7 decades. Walken's career is adorned with accolades, including an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his haunting portrayal of Nick Chevatarovich in The Deer Hunter. His filmography boasts a diverse array of roles in classics such as Pulp Fiction, Batman Returns, and Catch Me If You Can. In recent years, Walken has continued to showcase his talent in acclaimed projects like the Apple TV Plus series Severance, where he delivers a compelling performance as Burt Goodman. Despite his extensive experience, Walken remains refreshingly detached from modern technology, opting to watch his performances on DVDs due to a lack of streaming equipment. Christopher Walken's enduring appeal and commitment to his craft have solidified his status as a beloved figure in the entertainment industry, captivating audiences across generations. If you want to explore the journey with me, please leave number 1 and watch this video until the end. Interesting things are waiting for you in the video. Victoria Principal. From Hollywood to humanitarian. At 75, Victoria Principal remains a force to be reckoned with. whether in Hollywood, business, or philanthropy. Best known for her role as Pamela Barnes Ewing on Dallas, she was one of TV's most beloved stars in the late 70s and 80s. But before she became a household name, she made her feature film debut in The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean, starring alongside Paul Newman. Her career took off, landing roles in hits like Vigilante Force and Earthquake, before she left acting behind in 2001 to focus on other passions. Principal wasn't just an actress. She was a producer, novelist, and entrepreneur. She built an empire with Principal Secret, her skincare brand, which became wildly successful. But her biggest passion? Giving back. In 2018, she donated generously to Oceana, supporting marine conservation efforts. She also provided American Humane with a fleet of rescue boats to help save animals in disaster-stricken areas. From Hollywood starlet to mogul to philanthropist, Victoria Principal has spent decades proving she's more than just a familiar face. She's a woman on a mission. Max Baer Jr., from hillbilly to Hollywood boss. At 87, Max Baer Jr. is best remembered as Jethro Bodine, the dim-witted but lovable country boy from the Beverly Hillbillies. He is the son of legendary heavyweight boxing champion Max Baer Sr. While the Beverly Hillbillies made him a household name in the 1960s, Baer Jr. was far more than just an actor. He had a keen eye for writing, producing, and directing. After the show ended in 1971, Baer struggled with typecasting but found his niche behind the camera. In 1974, he produced, wrote, and directed Macon County Line, a low-budget indie film that became a massive box office success, raking in over $30 million on a budget of just $225,000. It became the highest-grossing movie per dollar invested at the time. He followed up with films like The Wild McCullochs and Ode to Billy Joe, further cementing his legacy as a filmmaker. Baer Jr.'s final on-screen performance came in a 1991 episode of Murder, She Wrote, after which he retired from acting. While he's mostly stayed out of the limelight, he's spent years trying to develop a Beverly Hillbillies-themed hotel and casino, a testament to his lasting connection with the show that made him famous. Lonnie Anderson, the blonde bombshell who never faded. At 79, Lonnie Anderson remains a beloved Hollywood star, known for her signature blonde bombshell look and her sharp comedic chops. Anderson first grabbed attention with her dazzling presence in WKRP in Cincinnati, where she played the witty and glamorous Jennifer Marlowe, a role that earned her 3 Golden Globe nominations and 2 Emmy nominations. Her career kicked off in 1966 with her debut in Nevada Smith, but it was WKRP that made her a household name. From there, she took on a variety of roles in TV hits like Partners in Crime, Easy Street, and The Love Boat, as well as movies such as Stroker Ace, opposite then-husband Burt Reynolds. She even portrayed Hollywood icon Jane Mansfield in The Jane Mansfield Story, proving she wasn't just about looks. She had serious acting chops. Off-screen, Anderson's love life has been just as eventful. She's been married 4 times and has 2 children, Deidre and Quentin. She first met musician Bob Flick of the folk band The Brothers Four in 1963, but it wasn't until 2008, more than 40 years later, that the two finally tied the knot. Today, they're still happily together, proving that sometimes the best love stories take decades to unfold. Lee Meriwether, Beauty, Brains, and Batman. At 89, Lee Meriwether is still as captivating as ever. Crowned Miss America 19th of 55, she quickly transitioned from pageantry to a stellar acting career that spanned decades. Her breakout role? Becoming the second actress to play Catwoman in the Batman film, stepping into the legendary role alongside Adam West. But that was just the beginning. Meriwether went on to star in a string of successful TV shows and movies, including The Time Tunnel, Barnaby Jones, which earned her 2 Golden Globe nominations and an Emmy nod, 4D Man, and All My Children. Her poised elegance and undeniable talent made her a staple on both the big and small screens. Even in her late 80s, Merriweather hasn't slowed down. In 2019, she appeared in Love and Debt as Mrs. Markson, proving she still has the same grace and charm that made her a Hollywood favorite. Whether on screen or stage, Lee Merriweather remains a timeless icon, elegant, talented, and still stealing the spotlight. Barbara Mandrell, country queen and showbiz powerhouse. At 76, Barbara Mandrell is nothing short of a country music legend. With 6 No. 1 hits and 25 top 10 singles on the Billboard Country Songs chart, she dominated the late 1970s and early 1980s, becoming one of the most beloved and influential performers of her time. Mandrell wasn't just a singer, she was a musical prodigy. By 13, she was already a force to be reckoned with on the steel guitar, earning respect from industry greats. She went on to deliver chart toppers like Sleeping Single in a Double Bed, If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right, and I Was Country When Country Wasn't Cool. Beyond music, she expanded into acting, landing roles in Baywatch, Burning Rage, and Stolen from the Heart. Despite retiring from performing in 1997, Mandrell's legacy lives on. She was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2009, and her influence can still be felt across country music today. Whether through her music, acting, or undeniable stage presence, Barbara Mandrell remains a trailblazing icon. Linda Gray, the First Lady of Dallas. At 84, Linda Gray remains a Hollywood icon, best known for her unforgettable role as Sue Ellen Ewing, the long-suffering yet fiercely independent wife of J.R. Ewing, on the legendary CBS series Dallas. Her stunning performance on the show earned her 2 Golden Globe nominations and an Emmy nomination, solidifying her place in television history. Beyond Dallas, Gray showcased her talent in film and television, starring in Models Inc. Oscar and The Bold and the Beautiful. She even reprised her role as Sue Ellen in the 2012 TNT Dallas revival, proving she could still captivate audiences decades later. Most recently, she played Dr. Sabine Montgomery in Terra Tremendous, a sci-fi audio drama, showing that even as her on-screen roles have slowed, her presence in entertainment remains strong. With a career spanning over 50 years, Linda Gray is a testament to talent, resilience, and timeless elegance. Anthony Hopkins, the master of the craft. At 87, Sir Anthony Hopkins isn't just a legend. He's a force of nature. With over 6 decades in the industry, the Welsh-born actor, director, and producer has built a career that most performers could only dream of. From Shakespearean theater to blockbuster franchises, his versatility knows no bounds. His Oscar-winning performance as Dr. Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs cemented him as one of the greatest actors of all time. But Hopkins doesn't stop at psychological thrillers. His filmography includes The Lion in Winter, A Bridge Too Far, The Remains of the Day, and even the Thor series as Odin in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even in recent years, he's still breaking records, winning his 2nd Academy Award for The Father at 83 years old, making him the oldest Best Actor winner in history. Off-screen, Hopkins is deeply involved in charity work and advocacy, supporting mental health initiatives and animal welfare organizations. Whether commanding the screen or making an impact behind the scenes, Sir Anthony Hopkins remains a towering figure in cinema, proving that true greatness only gets better with time. Tippi Hedren, Hitchcock's muse and animal protector. At 95, Tippi Hedren is nothing short of a Hollywood legend. Born Natalie K. Hedren, she first made her mark as a fashion model, gracing the pages of Life and Glamour before catching the attention of the one and only Alfred Hitchcock. Her big break came in 1963 when Hitchcock cast her in The Birds, a thriller that made her an instant star. She followed it up with Marnie, proving she had more than just screen presence. She had serious acting chops. Over the years, she built an impressive filmography, appearing in more than 80 movies and TV shows, including Citizen Ruth, I Heart Huckabees, and Her Morocco. But Hedren's impact goes beyond Hollywood. In 1983, she founded the Roar Foundation and established the Shambhala Preserve, a wildlife sanctuary dedicated to protecting lions, tigers, and other big cats. Her passion for animal rights has been just as fierce as her on-screen performances, making her a true force of nature, both in cinema and conservation. Joan Collins, the eternal queen of glamour. At 91, Joan Collins remains the epitome of glamour, talent, and timeless elegance. With a career spanning over 7 decades, she has captivated audiences from the golden age of Hollywood to the modern era. Collins made her film debut in Lady Godiva Rides Again before achieving international fame with The Girl in the Red Velvet Swing. However, it was her role as the ruthless and stylish Alexis Carrington on Dynasty that cemented her legacy. The role earned her a Golden Globe Award and turned her into a pop culture icon of power and sophistication. Beyond acting, Collins is a best-selling author, philanthropist, and fashion icon. Her books, including memoirs, novels, and beauty guides, offer a glimpse into the world of Hollywood's elite. Even as she enters her 9th decade, Joan Collins continues to embody grace, resilience, and unapologetic glamour, proving that true star power never fades. George Hamilton, Hollywood's smoothest star. At 85, George Hamilton is still every bit the Hollywood charmer. Known for his smooth sophistication, signature tan, and effortless charisma, he has spent more than 6 decades entertaining audiences with his wit, charm, and undeniable screen presence. Hamilton's career kicked off in the 1950s, but it was the 1960s that made him a star. His early films, including Where the Boys Are and Your Cheatin' Heart, showcased his versatility. While his turn as the suave and satirical Dracula in Love at First Bite proved he had impeccable comedic timing. He later leaned into self-parody with Zorro, the Gay Blade, a role that made him a cult favorite. Even as Hollywood evolved, Hamilton remained a beloved figure, making guest appearances on hit shows like American Housewife. Whether gracing the big screen, television, or the red carpet, in a perfectly tailored suit, George Hamilton continues to embody old-school Hollywood glamour with a wink of humor. Sir Cliff Richard, the UK's rock and roll royalty. At 84, Sir Cliff Richard remains a towering icon in British entertainment, with a career spanning over 6 decades. As both a music and film legend, he has sold over 250 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. Dubbed the British Elvis Presley, Richard burst onto the scene in the late 1950s with his breakthrough hit Move It, which many consider Britain's first true rock and roll song. Over the years, he evolved effortlessly, dominating the charts with hits like Living Doll, Devil Woman, and We Don't Talk Anymore. His ability to reinvent himself, from rock and roll rebel to pop sensation to gospel artist, cemented his status as a musical chameleon. Beyond music, Sir Cliff made waves in film and television, starring in classics like The Young Ones and Summer Holiday, which showcased his boy-next-door charm and natural charisma. Even as trends changed, Richard never faded, consistently releasing music and performing well into his 80s. His influence on British pop culture is immeasurable, and his knighthood in 1995 only solidified his place as one of the UK's most enduring stars. Gene Hackman, Hollywood's reluctant legend. At 95, Gene Hackman may have stepped away from Hollywood, but his legendary status remains untouched. After an almost 60-year career, the two-time Academy Award-winning actor is still revered for his gritty, intense, and effortlessly commanding performances. Hackman ruled the silver screen in films like The French Connection, which earned him his first Oscar, The Conversation, Superman, as the unforgettable Lex Luthor, Hoosiers, and the Royal Tenenbaums. His final film, the 2004 comedy Welcome to Mooseport, marked the end of a career that defined multiple generations of cinema. While Hollywood may have lost one of its greatest actors to retirement, Hackman has embraced a quieter life in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where he spends his days writing historical fiction novels and staying out of the limelight. Even without interviews or public appearances, his on-screen legacy remains as powerful as ever. Michael Caine, the legend who never stops. At 91, Sir Michael Caine remains one of Britain's greatest cinematic legends, with a career spanning over 7 decades and more than 130 film appearances. Caine's journey to stardom was anything but ordinary, rising from humble beginnings to become one of Hollywood's most respected and beloved actors. His breakout role came in 1964 with Zulu, but it was Alfie that truly made him an international star. From there, he built an unparalleled filmography, starring in classics like The Italian Job, Get Carter, The Man Who Would Be King, and the Dark Knight trilogy, where he played Alfred Pennyworth, the wise and loyal butler to Batman. One of only 5 actors in history to receive Academy Award nominations across 5 different decades, Caine has won 2 Oscars for Hannah and Her Sisters and The Cider House Rules. His contributions to film were further honored in 2000, when Queen Elizabeth II knighted him for his service to the arts. Even now, at 91 years young, Sir Michael Caine's impact on cinema remains as enduring as ever. Robert Redford, Hollywood's golden rebel. At 88, Robert Redford remains one of Hollywood's most legendary leading men, known not just for his iconic performances but also for his impact on independent cinema and activism. His breakout role as the Sundance Kid in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, alongside Paul Newman, catapulted him to superstardom. From there, Redford dominated the 70s and 80s with unforgettable performances in The Sting, All the President's Men, The Natural, and Out of Africa. But he wasn't just a star, he was also a visionary director, winning an Academy Award for Best Director for Ordinary People. Beyond Hollywood, Redford changed the landscape of independent film by founding the Sundance Institute in 1981, which later launched the Sundance Film Festival, the most prestigious independent film festival in the U.S. His lifelong dedication to environmental and political causes has only solidified his reputation as a trailblazer, both on and off the screen. Even in his late 80s, Robert Redford's influence on film, art, and activism continues to shape generations. Dick Van Dyke, the ageless entertainer. At 99, Dick Van Dyke is nothing short of an American treasure. With a career spanning over 7 decades, he remains one of the most beloved figures in television, film, and comedy, thanks to his infectious charisma, impeccable timing, and seemingly ageless energy. Van Dyke first won over audiences as the star of The Dick Van Dyke Show, where he showcased his signature slapstick humor alongside Mary Tyler Moore. But for many, his most iconic role is Bert the Chimney Sweep in Mary Poppins, where he sang, danced, and charmed his way into cinematic history, dubious Cockney accent and all. Even in his 90s, Van Dyke has refused to slow down. He made a memorable cameo in Mary Poppins Returns, tap dancing atop a desk just as effortlessly as he did decades earlier. He's been honored with 5 Emmys, a Grammy, a Kennedy Center honor, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, cementing his status as one of entertainment's all-time greats. With his boundless energy and love for performing, Dick Van Dyke proves that age is just a number, and that a good laugh never gets old. Julie Andrews, Hollywood's timeless treasure. At 89, Julie Andrews remains one of Hollywood's most beloved and iconic performers, with a career spanning over 7 decades in film, theater, and television. Her grace, charm, and unparalleled vocal talent made her a household name, and her impact on the entertainment industry is nothing short of legendary. Andrews first captivated audiences in the early 1960s, earning international fame with her Oscar-winning performance as Mary Poppins. Just a year later, she cemented her place in cinematic history with The Sound of Music, where her role as Maria von Trapp remains one of the most iconic performances of all time. These films showcased her incredible vocal range, making her one of the most adored singers of her era. Even as time took a toll on her singing voice due to a botched vocal cord surgery, Andrews never stepped away from storytelling. She transitioned into voice work, playing Queen Clarice in the Princess Diaries films and voicing Lady Whistledown in Bridgerton. With numerous awards, including an Academy Award, multiple Golden Globes, and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, Julie Andrews' legacy is timeless, proving that true elegance and talent never fade. Carol Burnett, the Queen of Comedy. At 91, Carol Burnett remains an undisputed legend of American comedy, television, and entertainment. Her quick wit, impeccable comic timing, and infectious charm made her one of the most beloved performers in Hollywood history. Burnett skyrocketed to fame in the 1960s thanks to The Carol Burnett Show, a groundbreaking 11-season variety show that became one of the most cherished programs in television history. From her hilarious sketches to her ability to seamlessly blend physical comedy, parody, and heartfelt moments. She set the gold standard for women in comedy, paving the way for generations of performers. Beyond her iconic show, Burnett has had a rich career spanning film, television, and theater, earning 6 Emmy Awards, a Golden Globe, a Tony Award, and a Presidential Medal of Freedom. Even in her 90s, she continues to entertain and inspire, proving that true comedic genius is timeless. Diane Wiest, Hollywood's secret weapon. At 76, Diane Wiest is the epitome of timeless talent, with a career spanning over 5 decades. A 2-time Academy Award winner, she has built a legacy of memorable, deeply nuanced performances that continue to inspire younger generations of actors. Wiest originally aspired to be a ballerina before shifting her focus to acting. She found early success on stage before making her mark in Hollywood, winning Oscars for Best Supporting Actress in Hannah and Her Sisters and Bullets Over Broadway. Her ability to seamlessly disappear into any role, from witty and warm to cold and calculating, has made her one of the most respected character actresses of her generation. Even in recent years, Wiest has proven that age is just a number. In 2020, she delivered standout performances in Let Them All Talk alongside Meryl Streep and I Care a Lot, where she held her own against Rosamund Pike in a darkly thrilling performance. With her unmatched skill and unwavering dedication to her craft, Diane Wiest remains a powerhouse, showing that true acting greatness never fades. Shirley MacLaine, the fearless Hollywood trailblazer. At 90, Shirley MacLaine isn't just a star, she's a force of nature. With a career spanning over 6 decades, she's captivated audiences with her bold choices, razor-sharp wit, and fearless authenticity. Few actors can claim the range, depth, and sheer adaptability that MacLaine has brought to the screen. From classics like The Apartment to her Oscar-winning turn in Terms of Endearment, she has delivered unforgettable performances that defy Hollywood norms. And she's still at it, most recently gracing the screen in Downton Abbey, proving that charisma like hers doesn't fade, it evolves. Beyond acting, MacLaine is a dancer, writer, activist, and spiritual thinker, with bestsellers like Out on a Limb, chronicling her deeply personal journey. An outspoken advocate for social and environmental justice, she remains a fearless voice both on and off the screen. Bold, brilliant, and unapologetically herself, Shirley MacLaine is the very definition of a Hollywood legend.